talk a little bit about the ball positioning when with the irons that
You
you're
came in
using?
late, boss.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry if I was in
Yeah,
another meeting.
you'll have to watch the recording now.
No, KK was showing from one angle, but I think for the ball position, we have to check from the another angle to see exactly, we know the center, but when we talk about the side, like the iron, which iron we are playing, then we have to move it, I think, right? So from here, it's
Right.
tough to guess how far you're putting the ball on your left side.
Can you bring your club?
See?
Can you bring your club? I want to show them the ball position. So I'll bring my.
I thought KK was just doing this for me. I didn't know everybody else was on this call.
Abbas, you needed the most.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever helps, man. Accepting the problem is the first key, right?
I know, that's what we've been doing.
What's interesting, KK, is
while we're waiting for next session, it would be good if you could maybe spend the first 5-10 minutes kind of a recap and maybe questions as you practice some of these drills.
Okay, cool.
Before we start with lesson 2.
Okay, I'll give you guys drills before you guys go. Okay, so don't go. Right.
Very cool.
So here, I'll give you
if you can look at Hafsa's, I don't know if you can see, there's too much sun on this.
You can put it there.
Is it better?
Okay, you don't have to move it.
See, now, when Hafsa is hitting, what is 9? 9, right? Her ball position will be back. It won't be in the center, it will be slightly back, half a ball back. Again, the same thing I talked about. For me, it's probably a ball back, but for her, it's a ball back, like half a ball back, right? Right? So when she's hitting a 6 iron, can you grab a 6 iron? The ball will be mostly centered. That's why it's so important to make, like, okay, Hafsa, make a stance. Like, how do you make a stance? So she make sure she closes her feet and divide up her stance, right? If you don't do that and you go and stand on the ball willy-nilly, you don't know where you're going to be standing most of the time, right? So, like Wafran is saying, like, okay, how do you do this thing? It's like demonstrate Hafsa. How would you do that? Right? She will go and stand, right? She will check all her things, right? She will check her stance, her posture, her grip. Starts with the grip, posture, ball position, right? Right. Then,
like you?
huh?
I do like you. So Baba does it.
Yeah. You want to hit some 9 irons? Okay. And one other thing, one very good $35 investment is this thing called a swing guide. Okay, here, Hafsa, show this.
It like screws on.
Yeah.
You want to tell them?
Yeah, you can put it on your grip, right?
I think Amir Athar also uses it, right?
Yeah, Amir Athar also. So what happens is, so how do you use it? Can you show it? Like so right here, it touches her hand right here. So if you can turn around, वहाँ पर वो एक ही screen देख रहे हैं. Right here, it touches her screen, touches her arm right here. So it's in plane, right? You can still go off plane right here, but this is what we practice, right? And when you follow through, right, you need to.
Is it touching the front arm or the back arm? I couldn't tell.
Right arm.
It's the back arm, right?
So this really helps, like right here. And I found it right here. So right here, it will tell you you're touching, right? Right here, this is still in position. And then when you follow through, it grows crossover. You can hit few balls with it, but you cannot practice too much with it, right? Kind of thing. Because Hafsa does it, but I had a hard time. Like I would hit like basic like balls with it, kind of thing, right? So, but you can still go wrong with this thing, right? So make sure you are
Only if you have strong
in
hands.
right position and going through in the right position. That's a plug for Swing Guide.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Where's your commission?
So drill of the day is thumbs up to thumbs up. Okay. So what I want you to do is get a 9-iron. Practice with a 9-iron or a 7-iron. If you graduate, always practice your swing with a 7 and a 9. 9, then 7, then hybrid or 5-iron, right? Because 9-iron is a shorter club, it's easier to manage it, right? What I want you to do is go into position 1 and thumbs up. That's it. Position 1, thumbs up, right? And go up and thumbs up, right? So position 1, thumbs up, and hit the ball and go thumbs up. Right?
So what are your wrists doing? Are they pretty loose? Like, is the club head weight hitting the ball? Or you like?
Club head, hey, wait.
the back
So
ball?
again, I don't want to hold a death grip, right? I don't want to hold too loose of a grip. I want it in my fingers. Again, you missed the first part of the.
I saw that. I
Okay.
just,
So
Don't call him
it's
out.
right. So it's not like.
the wrist, I
Not a-
was also talking about, like the wrist, how loose
Yeah.
they are.
Right. So if I tighten up my wrist, I will lock my wrist. So I don't want to lock the wrist. I want to be a little loose, right? Like in tennis, you have to hit, right? You cannot have a flimsy one, right? You still have to turn the club, turn the racket over, right? The same thing. Right? So I want you to check.
Okay, a quick question.
Yeah.
So when I'm swinging the club,
Hmm.
sometime though you're coming from the inside, but you are to your handle, whatever the toe, the other side of the club
Hmm.
is maybe too close to the ball, and it ends up kind of a or
Oy.
or a or
We
a
don't talk.
side.
We don't say that word.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Yeah. So how you avoid it to make sure you don't hit the last part of your club?
The hosel,
The
right?
nozzle. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Okay. So my Hafsa is saying that you never
Don't say the
shank.
word.
Right. Right. So what you want to do is, right? And this is when you are at rest, right? Make sure your ball is rest like this. It's not close to here. If you're getting close to here, you're going to hit the hosel. So make sure you start the ball position right at the edge of the club, kind of thing, right? Where the marking starts, kind of thing. I will start there. Then you get comfortable, you bring it in, kind of thing, right? So as soon as you bring it closer, you have a chance of hitting the hosel, right? So try to keep it here. That's where you want to hit. This is the sweet spot, right? But does it happen while hitting a wedge or an iron?
No, actually, it happens to me when I'm hitting with the driver and the fairway wood most of the
Okay.
time. And I
So-
always feel that I am actually coming over the top, but actually what I found out at later time when I start taping it to see when it happens, and I was hitting very close to the handle side of
So,
it.
so one thing I'll tell you, you will be a little surprised. That the center of the driver on top.
The driver is very
It's
easy
not-
to go.
Yeah, so the center of the driver is not actually the center. So you need to move the ball. What I do is I move the ball a little bit outside. Yeah, my assistant told me that, right?
Okay.
Because when I got the new driver, the center, I was hitting it too close to the hosel too, right? So you need to move the ball a little bit. I
But
think this is
there's-
more aesthetic.
Yeah, this whole part is still a part of your face.
Yeah, kind of thing, right? So they centered it, right? There is a Hafsa uses the foot spray or impact spray. You can spray it on and see where the ball hits, kind of thing, right? So I would, like, on the ball position, I would move the ball and the right. So like right here, right? So I won't move it here. Once you keep it here, there's the chances of hitting the hosel. So I'll move it here, and then you will hit the center. I won't work on it how to center it too much, because this is how you center it. Like if you see a couple of this is
It
the
has to
spray.
be powder spray.
This is like an athlete powder spray. What you can do is, I can get this.
Nine.
So what you do is,
Lock.
you spray on.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
And you can see if you're centering the ball or not, kind of thing, right? So it will tell you.
Actually, I use a similar thing like this one, which is kind of
Yeah.
sticker.
Sticker, yeah.
Place
I
it
think
on.
the impact spray kind of
But this works better. But you have to make sure it's powder spray.
Right.
powders.
Yeah.
And you can like clean it up.
It
cleans
comes
very
off with
easy.
water.
Yeah. So all you have to do is, other is like you want to just move it, the ball a little bit further away
Closer
from
to the
you.
toe.
Yeah, closer to your toe instead of your center.
The interesting thing about this is that it really makes you feel that you are coming on the top, though you were not. You are
Yeah.
actually hitting the end of it, and that causing it a fade, though you were
Yeah.
hoping to get a draw on it. So it's very interesting. Yeah.
So two drills I'm giving you. One is a thumbs up to thumbs up. Second drill is to make sure that your hand position is at the same and your posture. First check is your posture. Second check is your hand. So I will check with you on the next time. See if you remember that what is my first check. First check is my posture. Second check is my hand, right? Or you can switch it around and do the stance, right?
Can I ask a follow-up question,
Sure.
KK? I don't know if you covered that or not, but when you start your backswing,
Yeah.
So the green stick that you have laid out on the ground, and
Yeah,
you take your stance,
Yeah.
are you cutting that where the backswing is coming inside, or are you actually going straight back?
No, so this is only for my
Alignment?
for my foot alignment, right?
Okay.
Sometimes I will do it for my arms alignment too, right? But this right now is for my foot alignment. So I know that I'm not opening up or I'm not closing.
Right.
Right? Or if I am opening, I'm intentionally opening, and I'm closing, I'm intentionally closing. Because if I want to draw the ball and I know, so how do I measure it? So what I do is I look down and I look at put my hand there and I look at my fingers and see, oh, these are 3 fingers back. So this is how I'm going to hit it, right? So when you're coming down, you're saying, you can
No,
put
but when you go back, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting to position 1,
yeah, position
right?
1, right?
That is parallel and it's
Exactly. Right.
And
So
it's,
what you can do is you can put an alignment stick
it's
here,
not really, the club head is not behind you. It's still in front of you.
still in front of you. It should not be there. I used to make that mistake. I used to be right here.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to make sure, and this is what the easiest thing is. Your elbows, stick your elbows to your sides. Right. Keep when you're in the position, keep your elbows tucked to your boots, and then take it. Right. You will never go out.
Right.
You
Okay.
don't want to go in. Like Athar, I think you are going in way too much right here. Right. So you want to be right here.
Is that why some people tuck a glove under their underarm?
Yes.
To keep it
Well,
not
for the club is two things. They want to, when they're coming, they don't want to do this chicken wing. That's why they want to keep it down, right? The club,
Then turn into a baseball.
right? And so you want to, you can put a cover under your armpit and keep it here, kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
You're absolutely right. It's not too far in. It's not
Mhm.
too far out. Like
Right.
far out, my hands are dropping, right? If I'm back here, my hands are crossing over, kind of. Right? So the easy, natural position, kind of thing. Right? That's when you can go and turn.
And so when you start your backswing, do you rotate your left wrist, or do you
No,
just,
I don't rotate anything. Right?
okay.
I rotate right here. I
Mhm.
rotate my knee towards the ball,
Okay.
right? And
But when you take it back, there's no rotation of your left hand to go
No.
back.
no rotation of the left hand, kind of, right? So from here, all you're doing is going up. From here, going up. That's all I'm doing, right?
Great.
I have a slight cupping of my wrist, which is, this is how I started. So I couldn't get it. Like lots of pros, you will see they were really straight. I cannot do that because this is how I learned it, kind of thing. So I have a slight, you can see slight cupping of my left. So I don't do any manipulation, kind of thing. From here, all I'm doing is just picking it up.
no further wrist movement. Just
Yeah.
keep it
So
there.
all my wrist movement is going up. That's all I'm doing.
But when you come down,
Come down, I hold that position and tug, and then I release it. So I'm not rotating from here. Right? So my legs have moved, my club is still back, right? And if you see like Sergio Garcia, right, it's like this, right? Because they are like corkscrewing like anything. They moved it, and that's how they generate the speed.
I mean, a hit impulse, I think, still is the biggest problem.
So Gofran, easiest thing to do is stand up, right, and swing. Right, you can swing as hard as you can. Take it back, cock your wrist right here, and then release it. If you can do this swing, right, you can do the golf swing.
Okay.
As soon as you get on the ball, your swing thoughts should not change, right? Because you start to think, oh, I have to bring here, I have to bring there, I have to put leg. Are you thinking anything about hitting the? Nothing. All I'm doing is swinging the club. All I'm doing is squaring up the club face and turning it over. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Once you start doing it, and then you start doing it right here. Oh, all I did was kept my spine angle straight and start swinging. So,
what was helping me with that was like trying to pause at the back, but if I over pause, then it would mess things up. Under pause, then you come to the ball and you try to release, but then you're hitting the ball. So it's like, I think just swing, like you're saying, in the horizontal axis and practice that.
okay. Any suggestions on next training session? Let me know.
Short game.
Board game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chipping.
Chipping.
I had a cool chipping setup.
Hafsa was chipping. We were playing. She was playing. There's a swing around here, and she was hitting through the swings. Here. So being creative.
I was hitting through there.
through the swing. But yeah, that's a good suggestion. We also have a putting track in our home. We can also do putting kind of thing. We can do some drivers too, kind of thing. But again, I think what we can also do is like a boss is like kind of thing. Like if you can tape your swing, right? Or somebody, Athar, you can tape your swing. We can.
Or you can buy a selfie golf and let them know Hafsa recommended it.
So Hafsa is trying to do a plug here of selfie golf, right? So you can show them the selfie golf. I think Athar has everything.
Does he? Okay, we'll see.
So the only my suggestion is when you're taping the backswing, make sure that the person who's taping it is right behind the legs, right? Otherwise, if the person is here, I cannot see where the backswing is moving. Right? And the thing is, one thing I just want you to remember, I don't have the perfect swing, right? I'm sharing all the information I have, kind of thing. But like lots of people say, oh, Tiger Woods does this, or this guy does this. Yeah, they do that. We can follow them. So I have no problem. Go ahead and do it. But I can probably get you the
alignment stick.
So
Okay, this is selfie golf.
Selfie.
Comes with this piece. And
Here, you can talk to selfie.
Oh, okay. Assalamualaikum, uncles. Okay, so there's this thing, it's called selfie golf. It has these two attachments, and basically what you do is you get an alignment stick and you can clip it on. So there are two clips. The second clip holds your phone and the first clip attaches to the alignment stick. So you just do that, and then you can stick your phone in here. Can you see that? And so that's there. And then you can click. So this part attaches to your golf bag. And it has this little piece that fits the alignment stick. So there. And then you just clip this on like the side of your bag or whatever you're using. And then you can use your selfie camera to record yourself while swinging.
Very nice. No, I was asking my daughter to come down.
Oh. But yeah. And then if you buy it, you should tell Selfie Golf that Hafsa referred you and she deserves commission because I'm broke. Anyway.
You know, send us the link and we'll go through that link.
I listened to you until you said, hello, uncles. I lost you after that. Thank you so much, Hafsa.
Good, she said uncle, didn't she say grandpa?
I hope this was helpful.
Hafsa was just addressing you with that.
It's uncles in a respectful manner. My parents taught me well, you know?
This was great. Thank you, Kamran.
Okay, let's see who else.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Kamran.
good stuff.
Yeah, KK, thank you so much. This is
Welcome, man.
The PayPal link will be sent later.
Hafsa will send the PayPal link.
Yeah.
So hopefully it got recorded, so you can put the recording up on the coaching WhatsApp, because I think some people.
Yeah. I'll
I think when you exit, they have to make sure the recording.
Yeah, cool.
And if anyone wants to buy, it's literally athlete's foot spray, but you have to get the powder one. Otherwise, the impact doesn't stick on your club face.
We should create a members only section on the website and put some of these lessons there as recorded.
Cool.
No, I think you put on a YouTube and start making money on it.
Well,
There we go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, make a YouTube channel and just put them.
right.
So Kamran, that was great. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hafsa,
thanks,
great
Kiki.
add-ons.
Oh, you're welcome.
So yeah, let's definitely do this weekly. It'll be great. I mean, to validate some of our learnings accordingly.
Absolutely. And send your
Videos.
video links, like videos. And I think Mumtaz had some app. I think Mumtaz, if you can send me that link, I can start using that kind of thing, right? And say it like, hey, this is what I think I'm doing, kind of thing. And maybe you're not doing that same thing, and maybe you're doing something else, kind of thing, right? So it's always good to learn. Like what I do is I go watch videos and see, oh God, okay, this is how they are working on it. That's what.
So I'll give you some feedback, KK. So I spent money and recently did the Golf Tech analysis of the swing, and you are completely in line with what they're talking about.
Yeah.
At the basic level. I mean, just where the club head should be, what the path,
yeah,
and the downswing and the release. I mean, this is exactly in line. So we're getting a good treat.
Thank you. Right. And the thing is, Abbas, is like me and Hafsa worked a lot, right? For the last 5 years, we have gone through PGA pros and see the training to validate what we were doing, kind of thing, just to make sure, kind of thing. And it's we both work on this thing to see what works. And sometimes it's hard to work on, make the changes. And people think like lots of people say, oh, KK, you have a great swing. Well, they don't realize how much we worked on that part, kind of thing, right? It's like how much, like this, like everybody was like seeing how good Hafsa swing is. Hafsa swings 4 hours a day. Right, 5.
5. I counted 5.
Work on that, right? So 2 hours she's just working on the swing. 2 hours she's hitting golf balls. So it's like what the
and all commitment. Since I was 4, so don't forget all of the years.
So it takes a lot of time, but I thought it would be fun to hang out with you guys and enjoy it.
No, this is great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Very
much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So when is the next session?
We'll put it on the group. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thanks again. Bye, guys.